At Lifehack Coaching, we help women over 35 to balance hormones naturally, boost metabolism, and lose weight sustainably. Hi everyone, I've got Andrea with me here today, and Andrea has been working with me for a while, and I just wanted to get on call with her and talk a little bit about the program and her success and how she's feeling and things like that. So Andrea is a busy lady. She's got a few things going on in her life, but let Andrea share her story. Tell us a little bit about your journey before you started with Lifehack Coaching.
Oh, sure. I live in Canada, just outside Toronto, and I run a small business, actually a few small businesses with my husband. We have 18-year-old twins, a busy family. And these last few years, obviously pandemic is one factor for people, but as a small business owner, we've had some significant stresses over the last few years, not even pandemic related. That was before pandemic, and then pandemic came on. So it's been a heck of a time leading up to is trying to get a hold of health, trying to put yourself first, but it's just been a real challenge for me over the last few years.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you end up here? Like, what was the last straw? Why did you decide to reach out to get some help?
I think finally accepting that I just can't do it on my own. And I'm so tired of starting stuff. You put in a good 30 days, maybe 45 days, and then you just fall. I
Mm,
finally realized I can't do it myself. I need
mm.
somebody to be accountable to hold me responsible. I turned 49 this year, so next year is the big 50, and heading
Spring
into
chicken.
this, but heading into this stage of life is confusing and
Mm.
challenging, and I feel lost in my own head, lost in my own body, just really unhappy with where things have been going. And despite my best efforts, no progress was made, so I needed help.
It's good. It's good to acknowledge when you actually need help and reach out. I find that women are pretty good at that. So
Yeah.
tell me, apart from everything else that's going on in your journey, have you gained more energy? Because that's the most common thing that women come into the program. They go, I'm just tired. I'm always tired. I'm moody. Apart from, yes, I want to lose weight, I also want to gain energy and just feel better. What about you?
Yeah, I think there's a couple reasons I'd say. When I started with you, at the same time, I finally got my fitness going as well. So I was doing both of these at the same time. You had me doing some really simple activities in the morning that so simple, but made such a better start to the day. So day started on a great note. Feel so energy, absolutely. It's a huge difference. But I also feel it's a combination of, physically energetic because I'm physically feeling better, but seeing results is so exciting and encouraging that just a natural energy, a natural high that comes from it. This is working and I feel proud.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what changes have you noticed? Is it a weight? Is it body composition? Or what are the things that you're actually celebrating?
Weight is going down for sure. I think I'm down, we're obviously North American, so we're in pounds. So I'm down just over 12 pounds. It's really encouraging because it's been such a long time. I've been feeling it, but I hadn't noticed in a long time. People are starting to notice. I don't do this for people to notice, but people are like, wow, haven't seen you in a while. You look fabulous. And I just think, well, this is just how it is. It's not a massive change for me until you realize that it is a noticeable change. It's really encouraging.
Yeah. So what lifestyle changes have you adopted?
I really took this in a path of not a quick fix. And that was kind of a big key for me. When I started working with you, I was very honest and said, I usually fall off around that 45-day mark. I never really
Mm-hmm.
make it to 60 days, if you remember me saying that.
Yep.
And I said, this needs to be a long term. So I made peace with saying, this won't be perfect because if
Mm-hmm.
it's perfect now, it won't last.
Yeah.
And I feel that was some of the biggest changes that were made. So, of course, there were changes in protein and cleaning up things. A huge change for us is we got out of the habit. It was a lazy habit, too, of just eating out often. And it was because we
Yeah.
were too tired. We didn't have the
Yeah.
energy. We were like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like cooking tonight. So, I've changed a lot of those tactics. But I really looked at this program with you as a long term. We are here for 16 weeks or even longer if possible. And we're now on our second round.
Yeah.
That it wasn't perfection. I wasn't chasing perfection. And I feel we were saying that in the very beginning. I won't be perfect, but I'm going to be
Yep.
good, and I'm going to
It
make
needs
it
to be
sustainable.
sustainable. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's such a catch-22. You don't have energy, so you go buy takeaways, super
Yeah.
processed food, and then you eat it, and then you don't have energy because it doesn't nourish your body.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you what your body actually needs to have energy. And the next day you
Yeah.
don't have energy again. So like sometimes you just have to break that cycle. You have to start eating clean, even when you don't have energy to cook, but it doesn't have to be fancy
Yeah.
either, right? You can
No.
buy a roast chicken from supermarket and have that with the salad and fruit and some veggie. Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy. You got to get started to break that cycle.
And we've been saving money too.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So apart from weight loss, apart from energy, have you noticed any changes in your mental health and your emotional well-being?
Yeah, I have. And a big part of it is being able to talk through a lot of this stuff with you, saying whether you get sick, our family has just gone through a couple rounds of bad colds or stressful times or whatnot. So there's those parts to it as well. The mental side helps you deal with that a much better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it feels fabulous. It really does.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah. But of course, you had some challenges, and everyone experienced some challenges in the program because sometimes it's a big change to your lifestyle. What were your challenges and how did you overcome?
I think initially was finding new routines and new breakfasts or new lunches that I like
Mm,
that were going to be my go-tos. I need go-tos because I don't
yeah.
always have planning. I'm not really good at meal prepping, to be honest. So I have tried in the past. I'm not awesome at it, but I need some go-tos that I can be like, okay, grab this quick and away we go. So finding
And
some new ones of that.
and you found some pre-made meals as well that you can buy that healthier than takeaways that you
Yep,
used
found
a
a
couple
few
of
of those.
times? Yep. Yep.
Found a few, again, brought them to you. We kind of looked at them together and said, good, not good. Maybe don't choose these ones. Maybe try those ones. But having you as in my back pocket has just been golden, huge for me.
Yeah. So what do you think the biggest lesson that you've learned about nutrition or eating habits that you think kind of made impact to your progress?
Definitely tracking. As much as I hated tracking, I used to really despise it.
Yeah.
And now it's become part of the norm and not realizing just how under eating in protein and how overeating in fats we were doing just from daily stuff. So now we have a much more significant approach and I
Yeah.
can go to some of my go-to meals. And if I've realized not enough protein, I'll grab a quick shake and I'm good. Off we go. Day's done.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting for some people, a high fat diet is okay and low carb. And for others, it doesn't work. So there's no one size fits all. That's why I'm not a big fan of specific diets. I'm all about balance. I start everyone on balanced diet, like balanced breakdown of protein, carbs, and fats, eating the right amount, eating enough. And then we just make small adjustments as we're working through, like, okay, well, let's make adjustments. Let's increase your carbs and reduce your fats and see how your body reacts to it. Because everyone is so
Hmm.
different. There's no one size fits all. That's good. That's good. So if you were to give one piece of advice to someone who's looking to start the program or just want to change their lifestyle or want to improve their health or lose weight or just simply boost their energy, what would that be?
I think the advice I would give, and it's the one I took myself, was do this at a manageable pace because I'm sure I could have seen results a heck of a lot quicker if I were perfect. And again, I come back to that. It wasn't a sprint for me because I've done programs before, lost weight, and it comes back because it wasn't a manageable pace for me.
Mm,
But this has been, and also being able to lose the guilt, have some honesty with my coach to say, yeah, this
mm-hmm.
wasn't awesome. And you being able to call me out and say, that wasn't great. Let's pick it up. But because we're in this for the long game, we try again next week and we get back to
Yeah.
it. So having the consistency over and over, and the first 3-4 months wasn't seeing a significant change. And then all of a sudden things took a turn for the better. There's what we've been trying to get towards. So yeah, that's where we are now. So not
That's good.
stopping in the short term because there wasn't the quick
Mm-hmm.
results that you had hoped
Mm-hmm.
for.
Yep, definitely. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and your experience with our program. Really appreciate your time, especially that it's different time zone as well. Arranging the time could work
Yep.
for both of us. Anyway, thank you so much, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Anna.
Thanks. If you have any questions about this podcast or about hormones, weight loss, or just healthier lifestyle, please go to our website at lifehackcoaching.co.nz or feel free to email me directly, Anastasia at lifehackcoaching.co.nz.